Yeah, if anybody, if that's all they have, Steiny, I respect that. But you know who that applies to? Every 31 other teams. Because anything can happen like it did in the Lone Star State yesterday at practice.
Right.
Okay, so appropriate fear, but you still could celebrate the wins like last night.
Lori Matthews.
Our girl.
On the YouTube chat.
First NorCal Credit Union YouTube chat.
If you don't love us during the lows, don't come back for the highs.
But to Lori, you'll never know who's on the wagon and is a bandwagoner. Like you and I got Niner jerseys.
They were given to us.
But if we throw them on, they're not going to know our,
I would wear mine right now, but I think it'd be a little too tight.
What if they lost?
A little snug.
What could you imagine? I tried it on. That thing is big. You'll fit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Injuries happen all the time. Yes, they do. So,
but that's being negative. It's not.
It's being realistic.
No, realistic
Football,
is 30-12 last night.
Realistic
I get what
is
you're saying.
Injuries happen in football. It's not unusual. Listen, if I have a nickel for every time a sports fan or football fan says, you got to stay healthy, I'd be rich because you're absolutely right.
All right, I'll give you
got to
this
stay
thing.
healthy.
All right, I know how to say it. So are you more, and the Niners, we all can agree they look great right now. Great win last night. But it sounds like you're saying, Steiny, you're more afraid of an injury to derail the Niners than an actual team. And I'm not. There's no like Dallas, Philly, they don't scare me right now. I think the Niners could beat both. But again, that's not how it works. They don't play them, week 5 for Dallas, week 13 for the Niners. But it feels like you're in totality, that's what concerns you more than an actual team.
Well, I can't judge them till they play the Cowboys and some better teams. They look, right now they look great. But I got to see them face one sliver of adversity this year. So, and they will at some point.
Are you one game, and I'm being real, closer to believing in Brock Purdy, or do you still need to see more? I'm asking all the people out there, the guy had a career high, regular season career high, 2 touchdowns, should have been 3. I'm asking, where does this go and how much does this buy him to where people are like, you know what? I don't need to see more. Shout out Richard.
It's just where it doesn't matter what people think. If they want to see more or don't. He's quarterback, and he's going to be a starting quarterback unless he gets hurt. And what's this year about? Whether the 49ers can win a Super Bowl with him at quarterback. Here is Brock Purdy talking about his slow start.
There were some looks that were there, that I was off, inaccurate, or some things just didn't happen right within our scheme. And so, I felt like it was a little choppy at first. And then, once we got into a rhythm, we sort of saw what they were doing. And, at one point in the game, they're going to start doing stuff. We had a good feel for it, I feel like, a couple drives into the game. So once we got rolling, we're putting some drives together. We got in the red zone, and we just got to score. Obviously the field goals and putting up points are great, but our standard, we want to be able to score touchdowns when we get in the red zone. And,
He's great.
No, every time he speaks on it, he says what didn't happen. And I love that he just took ownership. There were some looks. Field goals are okay, but they're not good. But he understands what they didn't do, and they were 2 of 5 in the red zone. He ain't happy about it, but every time he keeps it real.
888-957-9570 is the number. Steiny Guru talking about the San Francisco 49ers 3 games into the season, and all systems go.
Yeah.
All systems. It's pump the brakes. I like this team. This team's very good. They look like they're going to be very good, but we must go through the process together. We must.
So
we
Arizona
cannot shortcut anything, Guru.
I got you.
We cannot jump to the Super Bowl right now. We're going to take the weekend off. We're going to watch some games this weekend, and then we're going to prepare for Arizona. And we're going to treat Arizona like a good football team.
Who may get shellacked again this weekend. So they might be coming off another ass kicking.
More Purdy.
That's the risk that the defense is taking when they're blitzing. We can capitalize on offense with some big plays. And so we had some stuff, dialed up for what we were going to do when they did blitz. But at the same time, if you're not on point, then they're going to get you. And so there was a couple times in the game where they got us. But at the same time, I feel like we were able to get a couple plays here and there on their blitz and take advantage of it. So something that, we got to watch the film, learn from it when another defense starts to pressure and do things like that. I feel like there's big plays to be made.
Brock Purdy talking about the New York Giants pressure last night.
Like,
what would you grade their pressure on a scale of 1 to 10? The pass rush, 10 being a great pass rush, or 10 being Brock Purdy under duress all night, and 1 is no pressure at all.
I'll give him a 10. I thought Martindale brought, like, the Giants had action. I just thought they did it too much. Like Martindale, they like to throw the screen passes. They like to throw it to the guys in the flat, switch it up a little bit. They don't go over the top like that, and they're missing Ayuk. They brought the house so much that on the 3rd and 15s or 17s, you could throw it in the flat to Debo, and he could get the first down that way. Like, that should never happen. But I will admit, Steiny, the Giants early on had chances at a couple interceptions, kept them out the end zone. I was like, okay, look at Martindale. I thought he just became one-dimensional.
If that's a 10, order the rings. I mean,
the Giants' version of a team.
Well, okay.
Now, what if that's Dallas?
I'm just saying, is if you can't beat the Niners with that.
Oh no, okay, gotcha.
If it's the Giants 10, it's the Giants 10, and the Cowboys 10 is better, fair. But
because a good defense can get home like the Niners on a good day with 4, Steiny, so you ain't got to blitz.
Exactly.
And you can cut, help on that underneath stuff where the Niners live.
So I got a question for everybody. This is from the Xfinity Mobile text line. 510, offensive line has to get better. Well, if they were blitzing all night and you threw for 310 yards, how many sacks did Purdy take? 2?
He was sacked twice.
Twice. I mean, they ran for 100 plus. Like, what more can they do?
Man.
Jason is in Oakland. Hey, Jason, how you doing?
How you guys doing?
Hey.
I usually don't call feeling kind of upset, but I'm upset about something. I'm tired of the guys talking about like Purdy is a fill-in quarterback. We got rid of Jimmy Garoppolo because Purdy. Trey Lance is not with the 49ers because of Purdy. Brock Purdy is not a fill-in quarterback. He's the franchise quarterback. After this year, when his contract is up, the Niners are going to pay him. Brock Purdy hasn't lost one game during the regular season. He got hurt in a championship game. Last season, Brock Purdy was the best thing smoking. He hurt his arm. Now everybody got all these reasons why he's not that great, or he's a game manager. He's not a game manager. He's probably I'd say he's in the top 10 of quarterbacks in the league. And if you go throughout the whole NFL and look at the mistakes other quarterbacks is making during the game, it's the same as Brock Purdy. Guys probably almost threw a pick, and the player, knocked it down, or guys threw bad pass throughout the whole league. I am tired of hearing, and it's not the fans. It's a lot of guys on the radio acting like Brock Purdy a fill-in. He's not a fill-in. He's our number 1 quarterback. Jimmy's not there because Brock and Lance. I'm not, I've just been getting upset about hearing that. That's all, guys.
Appreciate it, Jace.
And I would tell Jace, isn't it that quieting down? Because he ain't hearing it from the morning guys. He ain't hearing it from us, and he damn sure ain't hearing it from Willard and Dibbs. And I say that to say a lot of us believe that Brock is on that track of he might be the guy. He definitely is the franchise quarterback.
Well, Dibley with Willard does kind of what I do with you.
Which is just hold on.
Yeah, just hold, and Dibley will be like, Brock Purdy, I think already he's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Oh, yeah, I did.
That's
I would
Dib's
give
way
you a
of doing
3
it.
for your Dib.
No, but
I get it, but
it's not slander.
He ain't no feeling. And what about PFF? The numbers I just read about this year passes over 10 yards. There's 29 of them.
See, I'm with the 650. I really am. All these
Xfinity
people,
Mobile text line 650.
Thank you. All these people keep calling saying stop slandering Brock. I honestly haven't heard one host or one caller slander him. I would agree.
That's what I just said.
I mean,
but our guy said he must hear it.
Maybe it's not enough to say Brock Purdy's off to a great start.
Well, then what would be the other part of that?
Maybe in this day and age, what's most important is to be first. And to say, can I be the first one to say Purdy's the real deal? I That's what I think it is.
Well, he's showing you.
Steiny
He's
still-
undefeated.
Yeah, exactly.
That's incredible.
Frank's in, we call it the A, Atlanta. What's up, Frank? How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
I was calling because I was wrong about Purdy.
Oh.
I was always all Trey Lance guy, you know, and I don't know. I will eat my crow. I think the guys they played well last night. I think one thing that is not said is last year in a game similar to this, they came to Atlanta. I watched them live, and Mariota cut them up, and and you know they won. Atlanta won, but this is a game that the 49ers lose traditionally at the early in the season. Maybe they're going to be a team of destiny. I don't know, but I was wrong on Brock, and that's all I got to say.
I commend you for being a
Frank.
big man. You ain't going to jail, no punishment, no fine.
Thanks, Frank.
Yeah, Frank. We need more Frank. I'm one of Frank. I thought your boy
Well, when
had
are you
the
doing?
goods.
When are you going to
I said
offer
I
your
admitted
man
I was
culpa?
wrong on Trey Lance when the trade happened.
on Brock?
What you mean?
Why don't you go follow Frank's apology up with one to Brock?
I've done that already, bud.
Oh, you've apologized?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
So you were wrong. Oh, okay.
I'm leading the brigade.
Oh. Yeah, and
This is real. I don't need to see more.
Like, what does it mean when you don't need to see more?
This is
Richard Seymour.
I
Good player.
did that 2 minutes ago.
What?
I said, shout out Richard Seymour.
Did you really?
Yes, crickets. But anyway, I know it's Friday. Come on, Steiny. I don't need to. This is real. You don't. Evan took a cut of me and put it on the website yesterday. Thanks, Evan. And it was one that I was really proud of because the point I was making was you don't fluke your way into being undefeated through 10 or 11 games. You gave the Tom Zach. That's different.
Why is it different? Now, this is interesting. Why is it different?
Because Brock Purdy, I believe, has tools and uncanny ability to run this offense, and that's all it's about. It's not even about any other quarterback.
And Tom Zach didn't have the command in Chicago back in the 80s.
It's not about that.
I mean,
it's about this is
what
not
I
the
reject.
first season.
I reject
This
it.
is his second.
You can't say what Purdy's doing is different than what Tom Zach did when we don't know anything
You're
about
so
what
special.
Come
I can't
on,
believe
Goo.
I brought up Tom Zach.
I can't
should have
either.
just left it alone, Evan. But
in
it's
case you're
about
wondering,
Brock
Mike Tom-
versus Brock.
Yeah, in case you're wondering, Mike Tomzak, quarterback 20, 30 years ago, started for the Bears. They won 10 in a row. I'll bet you haven't heard of Mike Tomzak,
And
have
he
you?
wasn't drafted. Don't forget
And he wasn't
that part.
even drafted. So, hey, Brock Purdy, you ain't no Tomzak. Not yet.